Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and you join us in a spectacularly sunny day here in beautiful Telford. Beautiful Telford, as we have some more action from the NFC 1 Midlands. A spectacular clash against the currently undefeated Sandwell Steelers versus the 1-1 Shropshire Revolution. These two teams, the first time they faced off was over a decade ago in 2014. Makes you feel a bit old considering that I still live in 2014, or at least I do in my head. 9 meetings. Sandwell have won 5. Shropshire have won 4. 3 shutouts by Sandwell, only one by the Rev. And one of those shutouts by the Sandwell Steelers is going to be the most important today because they shut out the Shropshire Revolution in their first meeting of this season just a few weeks ago on the 27th of April. Sandwell won 18-0. So it's going to be an interesting one here today. Can the Shropshire Rev right the ship here, put some points on the board against Sandwell? Because as it stands right now, it's looking like Sandwell and Northants are the teams to be looking out for come the postseason. Though we are obviously only in week 6, but Northants and Sandwell will face off in 2 weeks' time, with Sandwell taking on the Bulls next week, while the Shropshire Revolution have a little bit of a break before they take on their Staffordshire rivalry partners in the Surge. In the Surge on the 25th of May, they'll be travelling. But Sandwell, they've got a nice easy home game in Birmingham. Well, they've got a nice easy game in Warsaw, I think they play. They're not Sandwell, sorry. They've got a nice easy home game. But to be fair, it's not too much of a travel for the Birmingham Bulls. We've got a nice squad of 5 referees here today. It's a beautiful sunny day. The sunscreen confirmed on, ladies and gentlemen, in case you were wondering about the health of my skin. And if you are, that's weird. Stop worrying about my skin. But the sun cream is on. The sun cream is on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Always nice to come to Telford. Bit of a drive for me, of course. But, you know, it's worth it. And they've got a nice connection here. And that's all that matters to me. Delicious, delicious connection. So if we go through both of these teams, not records, but victory or win-loss record for this year. So obviously, Sandwell are undefeated, beating the Surge 23-7, and then Sandwell, then the Rev 18-0, while Shropshire, we were here for this one, beating the Rev 17-15 before losing to the Steelers. You know, it was Shropshire's first game last time. My humble self, Christopher Tebbett, Esquire, MA, Junior, graced Telford. And I tell you what, there were some mistakes from Shropshire. They seemed a bit undisciplined, but obviously it's the first game of the season. So, I mean, you can write it up to that. Have they, you know, locked in a bit more? I know that's a bit of a cliche. Have they locked in? Because they did jump on a couple of designed hard snap counts. Will they do it today? I'm sure that Sandwell, I can tell you for a fact that Sandwell were watching that game, as there was a group of Sandwell Steelers all decked out in their flashy new merch, which does look very nice. Just to the left of me while I was at that game. And now we're here. And, yeah. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. So people in front of me, they've brought from home scones, jam and cream. Bougie. You like to see it. But I'm not a massive fan of scones, if I'm honest. People in the comments, people who are watching, tell me your thoughts on scones. For crying out loud, I need to know. And how do you pronounce it? Am I saying it wrong? Am I offending you? Scone? Scone? Now, they're a bit too much for me. You know, sometimes if you get like the ones that are real expensive, they do taste like you are just eating a stick of butter. You know. So, I'm interested to see here. So, with the Shropshire Rev, in their game against the Birmingham Bulls, their starting QB believe it's Ben Martin, I want to say. He was injured. He had a groin injury. He did not then play in the game versus Sandwell. But he is back today, I can confirm. The Shropshire Revolution have let me know that. So it's going to be an interesting one here today. We'll have to shout out. There's 3, and I always will do. 3 Gloucestershire Gladiators playing for Sandwell. And of course I'll shout out, you got Simon Bennett, number 55. I think Leo is number 61. And also Bobby, I forget what number he is. I will look at my roster in a bit. He's very good, Bobby. He plays linebacker. And I tell you what, you look at Bobby off the field and you go, this guy does not look like he can cause problems. But I promise you he can. He's a problem merchant, this bloke. I'm going to go to the comments because I went a little bit early today. I want to see what what do the people think about scones. What do the people think about scones? Where are the comments about scones? So guys, I'm asking you questions here. We've got time. It's Brit Ball. It's Brit Ball. The game hasn't kicked off yet. You wish Tony Romo would ask you your thoughts on scones. Not that I'm saying that I am Tony Romo. I wasn't as good as Tony Romo, shockingly. But I mean, this game really here for Shropshire. They beat Sandwell today plain. Plain? What, do you at least cut them in half, Kane? Or you just basically jam and cream. Basically eating a rock, yeah, jam and cream. Wait, is that jam then cream, Josh, or is that just together? Because I know there's a debate about which one you put on first, which I don't really understand. Because I would probably put the cream on and then the jam. But again, I don't eat a lot of scones. But I'm just saying, like, I mean this. They've got, I'm counting 5 scones. Some with jam and cream, some plain, or I think they're scones. If I was feeling a bit more invasive, I'd go and ask about the scones. But I'm fairly certain that teams are about to send out. Got to be together, but cream first, like butter. Oh yeah, because I guess it is clotted. Doesn't matter, Josh. Anyway, but thank you for entertaining me. So here we go. So we've got the captains coming out today for both squads. Let's get back to the football. With a victory for Shropshire yesterday, they could really shake up the NFC 1 Midlands because it is looking a bit healthy for both Northants and Sandwell at the minute. But the Steelers want to keep that train rolling. But obviously 18-0 over the Revolution last time. Could there be a case for the Sandwell Steelers? Could they be overlooking here the team gallantly coming out in purple and yellow? Birmingham Bolts-esque. I tell you what, if anyone gets that Birmingham Bolts reference and not immediately think that I'm talking about the West Midlands, you know, pat yourself on the back. Shropshire win the toss. They've elected to defer. And Sandwell will receive. So we're going to see the Sandwell offence first today. Again, can Shropshire limit mistakes? That's the question today. We're going to lock in for it. I'm locked in. Currently got an iced tea. Temperature, hot, which I think just makes it a regular tea. Not that anyone cares much about my life, but the football hasn't started yet. So I haven't got anything to say. And I've already told you what I think about them pre-game based on records. And I'm giving you the historical records. And any sort of updates in terms of major player personnel. So football-wise, not much. Unless you want me to talk about Bristol versus Karlstad. But it's 35-0. I don't know what you want me to say about that. Nice breeze today in Telford. Could potentially cause some problems for the kickoff, but as it stands right now, it's a nice welcome punch of cold air in a warm day. Shropshire have offered me water. Again, no one cares, but grateful for that because I'm going to bang this iced tea off. Unbelievable stuff. So number 10 for Shropshire. Time to get the rosters out of the bag. I will zoom in, of course, but not after the kickoff. So here we go now. Number 10 kicks off. He's going to the left-hand side. That looks like it's going to be returned by number 28, I'm going to say, of the Sandwell Steelers. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of space there. And he looks to go up the middle, but bit of a high tackle there from number 3. Sandwell are calling for a penalty, but was not to be. So let's just see where the Steelers have got that. So the undefeated Steelers looking to continue their winning ways. Their first kicker for the day is going to be put down at the I'm going to say the 22. Let me zoom in slightly more. So it's going to be a handoff up the middle for the first time. Shropshire do manage to get to the ball quite quickly to stop. There is going to be a gain on the play. Looks to me to be a gain of 2 on that play. Nice and simple. You know, in this first drive, you really are just testing out what the other teams can do defensively. So Dodsworth is the back for the Steelers. Got a man in motion, number 14 for the team in the black and white. And it's going to be a screen out to the left-hand side. But well controlled there by the Revolution. Only going to be a gain of, looks to me to be a single yard. Oh, no, maybe not. Yeah, no, it's going to be just a gain of a yard. That is going to now bring up a 3rd and 6 here for the Steelers. Steelers getting promoted last year. Shropshire the year prior. Zach Green in at QB. It's going to be a handoff to the right-hand side. There's a big hole. And he just keeps on going. This could be pay dirt here for the Steelers, and I think it is. And on a 3rd and 6, the Sandwell Steelers are going to score a touchdown. I see no yellow flags. And just like that, the away team is going to strike first. And I mean, Dodsworth there, just spectacular. Found the hole, breaking out of some tackles. Not much to say about that, but just spectacular football being played. Let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't jump on it. But that is not the way the Shropshire Revolution wanted to start. It seemed as though there were people in the vicinity there to be able to make the tackle, but Dodsworth just getting out of it. Now 32 for the Steelers to kick it through. Nice and easy. And just as this game started, on the first drive of the game, the Sandwell Steelers strike first with a run. And I mean, the O-line for the Steelers is definitely one to look out for. I will obviously give them the credit they deserve because they opened up a big hole there. But I mean, credit to Dodsworth first and foremost for just being able to stay alert. We're going to need to see a big response here from the Revolution. I mean, the first 2 plays, it was looking pretty healthy for the Revolution. You know, stopping a run up the middle. You know, being able to converge on that screen. But wide open. So a bit of a shorter kick there into the middle. It's going to be returned by number 8 of the Revolution. He's going to keep it on the reverse. But number 45 of Sandwell, he's just not going to let that go anywhere. Let me try and find a name for you. BAFACL there, stopping the return of the Revolution. And they are going to get it back on their own, to me, looks to be 17-yard line. Yeah, so look at Ben Martin, number 11. He's a very, very sneaky QB. Dominic Chase Griffith in as the back for the Revolution. It's going to go to the back, and he's going to find some space, bumps into his own man, but not before. A pretty decent gain there for the Revolution. I think that I'm going to wait for a referee signal because I think it might end up being a 2nd and inches or 2nd and 1. Oh, yeah, 2nd and 1 now for the Revolution. You know, not every play can be like Sandwell's third. Because if we did that game, it'd be just be me screaming a lot, wouldn't it? Okay, so Martin's got it. Martin drops back. 2nd and 1. You might as well chance it. And he's going to throw it out wide. And a reception there by number 8. And there is space there before being taken down. And I mean, Martin getting that out to his receiver, Kieran Mayle. And I mean, do you know what that was? That was some air mail, if you know what I'm saying. Do you like that one, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Okay, just came up with it right now. But now Shropshire, they're going quickly. And they are inside of Sandwell territory. Martin drops back again. He's got a lot of time. And he's going to take off to the left-hand side. And I mean, Martin being able to gain that there. And it looks to me, yeah, so using his arm for one and his feet for the other, Martin has got the Revolution deep inside of Sandwell territory. And I mean, what a response here from the Rev. Remember, considering that the last game they played just a few weeks ago, Shropshire didn't manage to get any on the board. So number 9 out wide. Hand off to 27. He's fine space right. And he's going to keep on going. And I mean, this offense for the Revolution is looking pretty decent here. Looks like we're going to have a Sandwell player down just on the far side of the field. So 3 plays, 3 successive first downs for the Revolution. And I mean, they've basically got it in every way that you can get it. A pass, a QB run, and a run. I was going to say designed run, but then the word designed would have been obsolete. So here we go. Martin's going to be chasing. He's going to be... No, he's still on his feet. Oh, I tell you what, Martin almost escaped there. But that's going to be going backwards for the Revolution. That's going to be going backwards... I'm going to say 4, so 2nd and 14 now for the Rev. But I mean, just being able to stay on his feet there, impressive. I mean, great hustle there from Sandwell. I was going to replay that, but we've got live football to watch instead. Wind that out just slightly. So, RPO and just couldn't find his man. But it certainly was close. Let's have a look at this. Fakes the handoff, but then just fires it out. I mean, it was on target, but A lot of white jerseys swarming that area of the field and making sure that receiver just doesn't bring it in. 3rd and 14 now for the Rev. So, number 6 in the backfield with Martin. High snap. Martin's got a hang of it. He's going to roll out. Going to keep rolling, fire it. Found his man. And that is going to be another touchdown for the Revolution. And I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I think this might be a bit cliche to say, but I think we've got a game on our hands. But I mean, the elusiveness of Martin finding his receiver, and that receiver looking like he had a pretty clear entrance to touchdown city, Shropshire. So 6 points now. Can the field goal be successful? I mean, let's be honest. With that score, it's already a better outing for the Revolution against the Steelers than it was just a few humble weeks ago. So looks to be Josh Morton, number 10, to try and get it through the uprights. The snap goes haywire. Morton's got to try and find some space. He fires it. It's blocked and intercepted by the Steelers. Now, I will say, ladies and gentlemen, for my money, it did not look like the special teams of the Revolution was ready for that snap to take place. And just like that, a game that was so close to being tied is still in the hands of the Steelers. But I mean, Ben Martin's shown why he's such a crucial piece of this Revolution team. Just being able to evade them, and obviously you have to give credit to the backs as well, but considering that Ben Martin is the man returning for the Revolution, we're going to give him his flowers right now as both teams walk away with a touchdown on their opening offensive drive. However, an extra point just eludes the Revolution. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you do hear the paper rustling, I am sorry, but I'm having to do this old styley because it is just me here today. So that is me on the camera, on the mic, and on the admin, I suppose. Because I do have Shropshire's old roster, but Morton has pushed that right out of the back of the end zone. What a kick. I mean, a gust of air definitely got behind that. Please stop it. I mean, the roster's rattling's annoying me, so God knows how you lot are feeling. Do we have high tackles? Oh yeah, at least it's not raining. Shout out to my boys Denzel and Daryl. Let's go, Sam. Do we have high tackles in the game now? What's classed as a high tackle? I'd say now Fortune. I don't know if you've ever watched WWE or if you've ever heard of a man called JBL. If anything looks like a clothesline from hell, I'd class that as a bit of a high tackle. So it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Again, very much like their opening play of the day. Again, it is successful, but I think it's gone for slightly fewer yards than the first time they ran it just earlier. So it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play there for the Steelers. Dodsworth is the man on the Steelers with a Statteroonie. So it looks like a timeout called there by the Revolution. They've seen something they don't like, but it seems as though QB for the Steelers, Zach Green, I think he was alerted to something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a big mess. I was trying to see if there was 10 men on the field. Oh. So 2nd and 8 now for the team in the lead by just a single digit. Well, a single point. 19 trying to jump the snap there, can't get it off. Handoff up the middle. But I mean, the Revolution closed that door pretty quickly on Dodsworth. In fact, I think, given by how the referee's standing, our line judge on the other side, I think that may actually be a loss on the play there for Sandwell. I'm going to say it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Steelers. They scored on a 3rd and 6 last time. It's going to be another handoff. And the Revolution put a stop to successive points for the Sandwell Steelers. Not sure we're going to get much on that replay here. So Dodsworth does manage to get 4 on the play, but it's still going to bring up a 4th and 4 for the Revolution, which means the punting unit is going to be coming out now for Sandwell. Kieran Mail and Connor Fletcher back to return for the Revolution. We know they do love to use that reverse. Kick is up, kick is away. A little bit short, but that's heading the way. And that's going to take a Shropshire bounce. And that looks to me to be bang on the 20-yard line for the Revolution. Can Martin lead this squad down the field again? Or are we going to see it sort of go a bit match for match here and the Revolution are unable to get it done much the same way the Steelers were unable to get it done? So here we go. Let me swap my rosters. Oh, and the ball is fumbled. And the Revolution do manage to keep a hold of that. And I mean, that was absolutely heads up thinking there by Jay Willis. Just the connection there between Martin and Willis just was not there, but Willis able to get the ball back. It's going to be a minimal loss on the play for the Revolution. They are behind the sticks, but not by a whole lot. But I think what's more concerning there is the loss of down. Ten in motion there for the Rev. Okay, so Martin rolls out to the right-hand side. He's got Willis as a protector. And I tell you what, ball is out. And I think it's been picked. I think it's been scooped up by the Revolution. Referees. I think referees are going to have a bit of an issue here because it seemed as though that there was a player. I think he had a 1 in his digit for the Rev. Sorry, for the Steelers, picked up as the ball was on the floor. But we see the Sandwell Steelers coaches. They're signalling for it to be their ball. But given the exclamations I can hear from the Sandwell bench, doesn't look like it's going to be going the way of the Steelers. As Martin there has a gain of 8. So a 3rd and 7 now for the Revolution. Trips on the left-hand side here for the Rev. Willis still in it back. He did great protection last time. He's going to go out for it again. And Martin is just pushing Willis in front of him. And Martin just steps out of bounds. And that is going to be a gain of 8 on the play. So a fresh set of downs here for the Revolution. And I mean, Ben Martin, I mean, he's seeming like the spark the Revolution need here because it's going to be another first down for Shropshire. So a second time out now from the Shropshire Revolution. So only one remaining. Oh, look at this guy bringing on the water. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. He did a good job there. He got that out with some pace. But they are bringing out a QB of the past for the Revolution. Number 16, Alex. Because he has played for the Revolution before. And he's got an arm on him. And for a fresh set of downs, why not? But the coach is here having a bit of a conversation here, a bit of a conflab about just what to do. Because I imagine the Sandwell Steelers are going to be trying to lock down this QB scrambler Martin. What I do appreciate about it is number 6 Willis. He is doing a great job at pass protection, but he's just running a few paces slower than Ben Martin. And Ben Martin's literally having to get genuinely right behind him, which I guess is perfect. So, fresh set of downs here. I'm going to say on the 33-yard line this time. Trips in as we've got a tight end on the right-hand side for the Rev. Alex in, hands off to 29, going to the right-hand side. But, number 50 of the Steelers was just so close there. And that's going to be a good game from the Revolution. I'm telling you, like from the last game, it just feels like the Revolution, they've got a bit more juice. They've got a little bit more juice. Ethan Campbell, they're getting a healthy pickup there. A healthy pickup of, I'm going to say 8.5. So let's go with 8. Or do we round up? Do we round up in football? Sunglasses are going on. No one cares, but the sunglasses are going on. Sunglasses, hot. Disgusting. Trips on the left-hand side now for the Rev. I can't have sunglasses on. I can't see the screen. Okay. So a good stop there by the Steelers. A run up the middle. Just doesn't go anywhere, but I think potentially, no, that's a complete lie. With the back in question, I believe that is Campbell again, falling forward. He's going to have a small gain, and I think that's a bit more convincing to my eyes for a 3rd and 1. Yeah, so we're going to have a new running back in. So Dominic Chase Griffith back in at running back for the Revolution. Trips on the left-hand side. And it looks like the defence jumped offside. A little bit turnabout is fair play after the last time we were here in the Revolution. We're just jumpy. It looks like it's going to be. We'll look to our white hat referee here to see just what the call is. Pardon me, if you heard that. If you didn't, I don't apologise. Yep. So offside with a little bit of contact. And the Revolution, they're going to get the yards they need for a first down free of charge from the Sandwell Steelers. Again, I'm really impressed with how the Revs playing today. I know we're only in Q1, but I definitely think that in that first game of Birmingham, we were seeing some rust. And for me, it looks like we've got a smooth chrome Sandwell Steelers. Dominic Chase Griffith has got it. He finds the hole, and he's just breaking tackles and falls forward. What a spectacular run by him. Jimmy Price saying, at least it's not raining. Yeah, well, it looks like it might, actually. And I haven't got an umbrella, so... Stream's cancelled. No, it's not. It's not cancelled. Don't take that for gospel. So Chase Griffith there, only getting a gain of 2 there, but considering how he was immediately met with contact and managed to fly out of it, I'd say that's a pretty decent attempt there. So Alex 16 still in at QB. And he's being chased down here. He fires it like a laser. Ben, are you okay? Other hamstring. So it seems as though instead of just a QB change to see if Alex can get it back, I can see, just to the left of me, Ben Martin that looks distraught. I'm unsure if he will be going back in, which is a real shame because it was popping off for the Revolution with him back under centre. So we're going to have to see, but given the stance that Ben Martin's in right now, it doesn't look good. Alex drops back. He's being pursued. Oh my Lord, look at the pace there of that man. Pure, unadulterated pace. That deserves a shout out. Come here, Sandwell roster. Alexander aims, and he got his aim just right there as he manages to sack the Revolution QB for a big loss. And the punting unit for the purple squad is coming back out now. Interesting. So this now is an interesting concept. Can the Revolution get it going? Number 16 for the Rev, he wasn't the backup QB initially for the Revolution. He has come back recently to play. So, referee's blowing their whistle. So a timeout here by the Sandwell Steelers. So many S's. The Sandwell Steelers. So the Revolution now only have a single digit. Not a single digit. They only got a single timeout. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm forgetting what the word digit means. They've only got one, and Sandwell have only got two now. But obviously some missing personnel there on the punt return. You have got number 28 or 26 back to return for the Sandwell Steelers. And Morton to kick it away. Goes to him. Good punt. Look, oh my God, it's like a boomerang. Oh, and it's going to be fumbled on the line by the returner. And the Sandwell Steelers are not going to be able to get much on a return there. I mean, given how that ball was spinning around, I'm not particularly surprised that that returner was unable to get a firm enough grip of that. And now Sandwell are starting so deep in their own part of the field. It looks like we've got some grey clouds covering up the sky here in Telford. Hopefully they don't unleash their fury. But who knows? Be really disappointing if they did. Still in Q1 here, Sandwell still lead by a single point. The starting QB who returned today for the Revolution looks to be out again. So throwing it there. Oh my Lord. It looks like that was a great catch there. Just a nice quick slant. And 33 of the Sandwell Steelers is going to have a completion. But unfortunately just not enough for a first down. It's going to be a 2nd and 1. As I try and find 33. Adam Smith. So, end of Q2. I'd argue that it has been pretty neck and neck, but I think this game and the success of and who's going to come out the winner could very well rely on number 11 of the Revolution and whether or not he will be making a return into this game. We're going to be joining down this side of the field, and the Sandwell are going to be just staring down a 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1. So not too bad for them. And a fun fact here, ladies and gentlemen, the home team of the first ever Sport Tank live stream was the Sandwell Steelers. That's a little fun fact for you, because the first live streams were actually for women's football, when it was Sandwell and Norwich, and I think we did then Sandwell versus Peterborough. and then it was the second team. The second home team was Leicester. Those were good games. It was. I'll tell you what. I think it was like 38 degrees that day as well, and it was Leicester versus Peterborough. It was genuinely. I don't know if you've ever been to Leicester's pitch, but oh gosh, there's no cover. There was no cover. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1 here for the Steelers. They got a man in motion, number 44. He's trotted across the field. Now where they are in trips. Trying to jump it there. Hand off. Dodsworth has got it again. He's going to have enough for a first down, definitely. I think he's going to have a gain of probably about 10 on that play. Number 8 really is the money man for Sandwell today. So still in their own territory are the Steelers. Sending his running back out as a receiver. Dodsworth right there, and it's going to be a toss play to 44. He's managing to divert his way past some revolutionaries. And I tell you what, pretty decent there. I think that's going to be a gain of 6 on the play there from number 44 of the Revolution, of the Steelers. Gosh, why do I keep doing that? Grab this. Oh, it's got nothing there. Sam Busher there on that gain of 5 for the Steelers. So it's going to be hand off to Dodsworth and just takes it right. But number 99 of the Rev brings him down, and I don't think that's going to be enough for a Sandwell first down. Sorry again, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Rhodes on the tackle there. And the Steelers are once again going to have only a single yard to gain before a fresh, bountiful, delicious first down. Trips on the right-hand side for Sandwell. Dodsworth's got it again. Number 19 is right there. And it's certainly going to be close. I tell you what, it's decisions like that where I'm not jealous that I am a referee, because they've given that to Sandwell, much to the dejection of the Revolution. Would it be wrong to call the Shropshire Revolution individual players a revolutionary? You know, it's difficult sometimes when it's more, when like the team name is more of a concept or a group of people. So it goes to Dodsworth again, this time to the left-hand side. He just lowers his head, and he's still on his feet. Still on his feet. But like the Revolution, bring him down. Oh, this could be interesting. Dodsworth a little bit slow to get up. Not what you need. But given the success he's had today, a gain of 2, he's probably thinking, Again, it's the old Hank Strand. It's 3-4 yards every play. You win the game. Matriculate the ball down the field. I think matriculate means 3 yards. Not like specifically, but in this particular context. Okay, 2nd and 8 now for the Steelers. A little bit more of a bunch formation for them here. They're nice and close to the line. Goes to, nope, fakes to Dodsworth. Fires over the top, does Green. And what a slap away there by number 21 of the Revolution. Christopher Mulroy there, just getting his hand in there. Prime, absolute prime jump up there. And I'm happy that is on video. Happy that's on video. 3rd and 8 now for the Steelers. Dodsworth in the backfield. 44 in motion. It's going to go Dodsworth on the right-hand side with 44 as a lead blocker, but just brought down behind the line of scrimmage. You've got to be happy with that. I'm sure that all of the fans on this sideline certainly are. I believe that was number 15 of the Rev. Everson Ojuli is going to set that Sandwell offense back, and then we're going to keep asking the question. It's going to be the question I think we're going to be asking all game long. The QB for the Rev. That is the question. Timeout called by the Revolution. They've got none now, and that is going to be just because of a lack of personnel there on the punt. I'm using a very good Gatorade bottle here for my iced tea. It's a bit it's not a good look because normally it's Gatorade in there. This time it's iced tea, hot iced tea, which isn't my preference, just is what it is. Just is what it is. And it's bitter, very bitter, like me when Uni Ball finals come around. But here's what it is. I do cry about it sometimes. So punting unit for the Steelers out. He's got his hand on it. He's going to get it away nice and high to the back right of the field. We'll have to see where the referee sets up shop before I give you a specific number there. So that looks to have just gone to the 19-yard line of the Revolution. Let's have a look. Yeah, it does look like it's number 16. Alex is going to be the QB for this drive, and again, I think he may be for the rest of the day. Sending a man in motion. Hand off to the right-hand side. Still on his feet, still on his feet. I think, no, it's not going to be enough for a first down. I've got my eyes all wrong. Going to be a gain of 7 on the play. I believe that was Jay Willis in at QB. Sorry, in at running back. Yeah, I also let someone, if you do live in like the Telford area, you should come to a Rev game because they've got very nice food. It's okay, so Alex is going to fire out to the right-hand side. He's going to get another reception. Breaks one. Dives through there. And a fresh set of downs for the Rev. You know, you can't just immediately pull the danger, panic, oh my God, we're going to lose this game, switch because the QB went out. I mean, Alex just being able to deliver there, and Willis as a running back sets them up with good space. And a toss play out to the right-hand side. But 41 of the Steelers is there nice and quick, just to wrap it up. And we are going to have an injured member of the Revolution down, so we're going to swing this out. I hear the Steelers there. They're not very happy about the referee, the centre's ball skills, saying he's picking the ball up off the ground. Don't like that before he snaps it. Any centres watching, how do you snap it? Are you dead ball? Or are you the other one? The proper way? Because I was always dead ball. Which I guess means I wasn't very good. I was only bad for one game. And that was a playoff game. So arguably the worst time to be bad. This looks like that's number 69 of the Revolution, who's down. Looks like it's a bit injury with his... Okay. Let's just zoom in on the Revolution. Let's zoom in on the Steelers. Look at those kits. Strong kits. Leo Waterfield, number 64. Where is he? Standing around. Not doing a whole lot, I would probably assume. So the injured Revolution player is walking off under his own power, which is nice to see. So I'm going to stop messing around and get back to some football. So 2nd and 9 here for the Rev. Trips on the right hand side for the Revolution. Alex drops back, just fires a quick one out to number 10. He's going to have it in his hands, but just immediately swarmed there by the Steelers. Just nice and quickly there. It's going to have a very, very small gain on the play there for the Revolution. Third and 8. Trips on the left for the Rev. Drop back. Alex fires one out. And just unable to find his man. I believe that bounced at the floor at number 41 for the Steelers' feet before it found itself in the hands of number 2 of the Rev. So the punting unit now coming back on for the Revolution. Again, I think this game is definitely going to be the... How quickly can Alex, number 16, and the old, new QB for the Revolution can mesh with the rest of this squad before potentially Dodsworth Green and the Steelers start to run away with it. It's only a single point in it so far today. 20 back to return for the Steelers. Morton, great kick. Breaks a few tackles. 81 dives there. Steelers are going to take over. I'll just wait. On the 28, yeah. On their own 28-yard line. So regular spread offense here for the Steelers. Goes to Dodsworth straight over the middle, lowers his head, and just dragging a few Rev players along with him. Not gonna be enough. Not going to be enough for... Oh, no, it is going to be enough for a first down. My mistake. I'll tell you what, number 77 for the Steelers. That's an angry man. He's screaming and he's shouting. Where are you, 77? Cole Bayer, 77, he's screaming. Josh Morton the go. He's pretty decent Green is going to step out of the pocket there. He's going to try and take it himself. 15's pursuing, takes the slide. Decent enough decision. Shame if I thought I was more zoomed in. I thought Green got more on that scramble. Trying to make a green eggs scramble joke. Didn't work. So, gain of 3 on the play, 7 to go. Green drops back, firing out his right hand side. Oh, he's going to find Dodsworth in motion, and Dodsworth is going to have a first down. I think Sandwell are asking for a late hit out of bounds, but I don't see any yellow laundry on the field, so I'm not going to. But they're asking for one. There's a lot of conversations happening here. Sorry, when I started to daydream. 3rd and 1, so not enough for a first down. My apologies. Dodsworth was just short. 44 in motion across the line for the Steelers. Goes Dodsworth again, why not? And just heads down running. He's going to have enough for a first down. I'm going to say he's going to have a gain of 8 on the play. Nice and simple football here from the Steelers. Fresh set of downs here for Sandwell. They're starting to sort of go back. They don't need to be so flashy. I think they may have seen, okay, we don't have to, throw all these. We don't have to be fancy just because we're on broadcast today. No, you don't. You're right. So Green drops back, fires a deep one. Just unable to find his receiver, but I mean, not a bad shout there. You've been running it just nice and smooth. Short yardage situations. Well, I say that, but Dodsworth's a good running back. He's been getting a fair few. You might as well try and fire one deep. 2nd and 10 for the Sandwell Steelers. Flags are flying. Lots of shouting. I tell you what, this is a man who is conflicted right here. Nash is very conflicted. As much as I love the Rev, Zach Green, my boy. Let's go ZG16. I mean, perfect game for you. I do love the Shropshire coaches. Send him back! And the Shropshire coaches are very unhappy with that because that is going to be an extra plus 5 yards there for the Steelers. Second and 5 for the Rev. You've got to think it's going to number 8. No, it's not. Fires it over the time side and almost. Number 41 there of the Revolution just got a single hand to it. 3rd and 5. Again, I think if you are the Steelers, you're just going to be thinking to yourself, if we get into a yardage situation like this, we're just going to give it to number 8. We're just going to get number 8 to punch it straight up the middle. And it would. In fact, I'll put £2 on it for anyone watching. £2 British, but I'm not. I think it's going to number 8. You've got 3rd and 5. Punch it up. Why wouldn't you? Let's have a look. Bunch of trips on the right-hand side. Yeah, it goes to 8, right up the middle. Again, Shropshire gets to it pretty quickly. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but I think once again the Steelers are going to find themselves with a 4th and 1 inside of Revolution territory. If Sandwell wants to be productive, they've got to keep it away from the Mellings bros. I mean, when we were here last time, causing a bit of a scene where the Mellings is. But I mean, I feel like if Shropshire want to be productive here, they've got to figure out a way to meet number 8 pretty quickly. 4th and 1, obviously they're going for it. It's going to 8 again. I mean, that's a good stop there for the Rev. I don't think they're going to have it. I think the Shropshire Revolution are going to get a turnover there, just as I was saying it. I mean, that's how you... I mean, don't get me wrong, Sandwell, they're draining the clock with these brilliant runs from Dodsworth, but I mean, I know I said that, you know, you're just going to give it to Dodsworth. I mean, on a 4th and 1, don't know, that's a bit too blatant. But I think the Sandwell coaches, they're going to have a, I think I can hear them, they're having a nice chat to their players here. Again, I feel like there will be the question every time that the Revolution offense is on the field. Can they start clicking? With their backup QB, that is. Trips on the right-hand side for the Revolution. They've got no timeouts remaining. I'm unsure of the time, but they've got no timeouts remaining. So Green gets out to the right-hand side. I believe that is to number 10, Morton. It is. And number 0, the Sandwell Steelers, brings him down, but not before a fresh set of downs for the Revolution. What can number 10, can he do anything wrong? That is the question. Connor Mulholland on the tackle. Let's get some football here and not some sidelines. And nice widen out. So a toss play out to the right-hand side. Number 29 has got it, sorry. And I tell you what, a decent chunk of downs out again. I do apologise for that. I'm trying to do 104 things at once. And that is Ethan Campbell. On again, another first down for Shropshire Rev. Yeah, it seems as though Sandwell, they were nice. Well, I don't know if they were poised to keep it slow, but at the end of the day, you know, fast or slow, doesn't really matter. Fresh to the downs here, and they are starting just 1 yard into their own territory, I believe. Run up the middle, and a swarm of Steelers. I think they may have an incremental gain there. Do the Revolution. No, yeah, just going to be a single yard there for Shropshire. So trips on the right-hand side for the Rev. Oh, Alex escapes one sack, but he's brought down there by the Steelers. I think that may have been number 55 of the Steelers. He's not really worth talking about as a human being. But I mean, so 2-minute warning here. So not really worth talking about as a human being, but Simon Bennett, what a player. Do you know how I can say that? Because he's a good friend of mine. Unbelievable stuff. But a huge loss here for the Revolution. They're now going to be looking at a 3rd. And I mean, at the minimum, it's going to be a 3rd and 18 for the Revolution here. So we're going to have to see Alex try and absolutely sling this ball. They're setting up for a trips on the left-hand side. No one really deep back for the Steelers. Massively deep. Yeah, of course it's going to be a throw. Alex is going to look to absolutely sling it. Unable to find him, but it certainly was close. So the punting unit comes on. And again, it was looking pretty decent for the Rev, but that huge sack just stopping them in their tracks. Under 2 minutes, Revolution have got no timeouts. Sandwell have got 2. So it's strange. We haven't seen any scoring. This is going to be a bit of a jinx, I feel like. We haven't seen any scoring since the opening drives from both squads in this game. Punt away. Again. Oh, and that takes a... And that is just going to go for a touchback. A little bit of extracurriculars there. But nothing that the referees can't sort out with a nice brisk whistle. What? Two timeouts remaining. That's what's key here. But I mean, seems to like the Sandwell Steelers is definitely there. Well, I was about to say their strength is their run game, but is that... We've seen that Green has been able to get it deep, not on target, but between just a few yards off, plus the defence of the Shropshire Revolution have stopped them from being completions. They're going to need something big here as they're starting on their own 20-yard line. 14 in motion for the Steelers. They're in a 2-minute drill, 2 timeouts remaining. Flag on the play. So we're going to have a look at our whiteout ref to see what team is going to be. So full start on the Sandwell Steelers. I mean, within a 2-minute drill, not ideal here, as they're now going to be starting off their potentially last offensive drive of the first half with a 1st and 15. 13 in motion this time. Pops to 13. 15's right there. He's got some space around the outside. Can he keep going? But number 21 on the Rev's going to stop that dead, but I mean, it looks like we are going to have... Oh no, 77 back up on his feet. I believe that was Mulroy again with a big stop there. That looks to me to be a gain of 10 on that play. On that little pop pass. Obviously, sounds sort of pretty self-explanatory here. If that was they didn't have that full start penalty, I mean, they'd have a fresh set of downs right now. Instead, 2nd and 5 for the Steelers. 13 again. 15's right there. 15 misses the tackle. But I think that was a lot of horizontal running there from Sandwell, because it looks like they're going to get nothing on the play. Yeah, nothing on the play there. Still 3rd and 5 for the Steelers. You know, sort of against normal convention here, but well, I guess no, that's not entirely true, because they are running to the boundaries. Obviously, if you go out of bounds, the clock will stop. I think that's going to be a loss of 1 on the play actually there for Sandwell. Green drops back. Green steps up, fires it out, looking for 44. But can't find anyone. Flag comes in here. Are we going to see some PI or DPI? DPI. Some sort of PI. Magnum. Could do for a Magnum. But I mean, this could be a nice gift here for the Steelers. Yes, that's going to be on the Revolution, and the Steelers punting unit gets to sit back, relax, and wait. So 1st and 10 here for Sandwell. Green drops back, fires it over the top, looking for 13, unable to find it. Second and 10, again, dying minutes. You can see just how much time has expired on this Sandwell drive. Again, Green drops back. He's going to take it himself. There's going to be some space, but 19 there was the first Revolution player to make contact. Again, clock is ticking. Nope, there we go. 30 seconds, I believe, was the time. Sandwell going to call a timeout. So Sandwell going to have some time here. Well, both teams going to have some time here. Let's think about this. Looks as like Sandwell will be staring down a 3rd and 6 when this timeout comes to a close. Remember, if the Revolution do get the ball back, they've got no timeouts remaining. Sandwell have only got the single timeout remaining. They're setting up for a trips on the left-hand side. Green going to take it to the right-hand side, just fires it off, caught his own pass, and he's going to keep going. I mean, sensational. Absolutely sensational. He's going to be happy he caught that one on camera. I mean, if he's got a first down with that, that's incredible. He has. Oh my God, what a play. He has proper Marcus Mariota with that. That's incredible. Play of the game. Give me, I've got an injured Sandwell player down. That's the last timeout for the Steelers. But they're going to have chances here to find the end zone. After, I mean, what was a spectacular play. So here we go. I mean, can they capitalise after? That's a play of the day. High snap. Green's going to roll out to the right-hand side. Try and find a man, just sails it over the head of his receiver. Second and 10 for the Steelers. Again, neither team have scored since their opening drive. Green drops back, of course. Looks like he's going to take himself to the left-hand side, but he's surrounded by Revolution players. Be able to get out there, but number 12 clearing him out there. And I think that's going to be the end of the first half. Yeah, it certainly is. So, interesting game here. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. The Sandwell Steelers, I mean, Dodd's, number 8, I think it's Dodsworth, I believe, is very, very good. But I mean, Revolution, they're stopping him. But neither team have scored since their opening drive. So the question then becomes, can they do some more in the second half? And can Alex, number 16, the backup for the Revolution, lead them to a big victory? That is the question, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see you in just a little bit. I'm bursting for the loo, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm going to go nice and quickly for you. Hello all. What a successful half-time that was. My iced tea went from ice, it was ice at one point, then tepid, then boiling, now disgusting. I feel like Bear Grylls out here in the Telford wilderness. But I do have a bottle of water in my car, which I imagine when I get back to it, it's going to be hot. Speaking of hot, I mean, we've not seen any scores since the opening plays of this game, but let's be honest, there's still a point in this. It's anyone's ball game. It is anyone's ball game here today. But as you know, the Shropshire Revolution won the toss and elected to defer. So they will be getting the ball. They'll be getting the ball. And again, have the Shropshire Revolution and their backup QB, Alex, who was their old QB. Have they found some adjustments? Have they found some plays that they like to bring out here? Because it's not been... You look at the first game between these two, going 18-0 to the Sandwell Steelers, and truthfully, you can't really believe it. I don't think there's been much of anything, but again, it seems to be potentially the same as that Birmingham game for the Shropshire Revolution, that the injury to their starting quarterback may end up costing them some points. Obviously, Shropshire did end up winning that game with Birmingham 17-15, but it was looking a lot healthier when number 11 was in for the Shropshire Revolution. But we're going to get to find out pretty quickly here if the Shropshire have done any. I mean, again, I do tend to say it on the live streams that I do commentate. I don't like the concept of the half-time adjustment. I don't like the concept of the second half team. But I mean, if there's any time for a... So, going for a touchback there. So, Shropshire going to start on their own 20. I don't like the concept of the half-time adjustment. I think you adjust as you go, right? But I mean, putting your backup QB in, I mean, that's time when, you know, that 15 minutes that you're not playing football and you're eating your orange slices could come into huge effect. Sun has peeled back out here. In Shropshire, I've done a pretty decent job of making sure that the Sandwell Steelers haven't scored any more points despite the enthusiastic runnings of style of Dodsworth. Trips on the left-hand side for the Revolution. Toss to 27, ball's on the ground. That is a live ball. That's a live football, ladies and gentlemen. That is a live football. And number 85 of the Steelers is going to have that. It looks like we do have a Revolution player down. Let's get number 85's name for you. Let me consult my big sheet of paper. But I mean, again, that is exactly the opposite of how you want it to start. Adam Bates there with a recovery that, you know, realistically could put the Steelers out ahead further than just a single point. You know, it looks like the Steelers are going to be taking over on the Revolution 17. And in a number 52. This will have a Revolution player down. He's a big man. He's getting two men helping him back up to his feet. But he's stretching out, but it looks like he's going to be walking off. No, he's going to have a few extra linemen to come and help him out. But I mean, that is just textbook. You have to play to the whistle. That was definitely a toss behind. And it just seemed though the Revolution letting that go to Sandwell. So not Dodsworth in the backfield, as far as I can see. So Hannah, I believe that's number 1, and just swarmed there by the Revolution. So Jake Hill in at running back now for the Steelers. He's going to have a loss of a single yard on that play. You know, even hearing some chirps from the Revolution sideline saying, bring a good running back in. So Hill still in at running back for him. Classic spread. 2 coming down. Green drops back, fires out to 14. He's all by himself. But 21 there for the Revolution. Stops that from going any further, but looks to be a gain of 5. So for my eyes, it's going to be a 3rd and 6 for the Steelers. Stop here for the Revolution. I mean, it could be absolutely crucial. But, I mean, again, I would say, well, I don't know if the Steelers would go for it. But, I mean, they've made an extra point today. So we know that they do have a kicking game. Obviously, sometimes in Brit Ball it doesn't transpire like that. So another running back in now for the Steelers. Trips on the left-hand side for him. 13 going out, so 4 receivers all on the left-hand side. So Green is going to look. He's going to look. And he's going to fire into the backfield. And just deflected there by number 7 of the Revolution. And Lewis Mellings there, proving to be the ultimate defender. And it looks to me to be the Sandwell Steelers are setting up to extend this by 3. Simon Bennett on the long snap. He's a very good long snapper. I'll have to give him that. Kick is up. And we've seen no points since the opening drive of the game. And now we have seen opening points on the opening drive of the second half. But I mean, if you're the Shropshire Revolution, you have to feel like you've got away with a huge mistake there, only allowing 3 and not 7. Obviously, it's a little bit more difficult due to the fact that Shropshire were not able to convert their extra point. So it's only 4 between the Revolution and the Steelers. So last time we went for a touchback. Are we going to see a return now from the Revolution? We are whistled in here. Back in Telford, 33 for Sandwell, booting it straight down the middle. Gets it, fakes the reverse. And number 20 there. Bringing down number 8. Looks to be now on that return. Shropshire are only going to be at their 11. But again, only 4 in it right now between these two squads. A touchdown changes it all. $81 coming in now for receiver. Interesting. It seems as though there was a late penalty flag, and we're going to have another kickoff. I didn't see that yellow flag come in. I was busy watching the Shropshire Revolution attempt to set up. Oh, my wrist. Hang on. Need to click it. Oh, that was gross. It clicked. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, it really hurt. Yeah, I didn't see what the flag was. I just saw, you know, the Revolution's offence, they're coming back out, but it looks like it's going to be a re-kick from further back. And I mean, if you're starting on your own 11-yard line, you're going to take that re-kick all day long. Sandwell are further back. Try and see where. Yeah, it looks to be they are going to be. It was definitely on Sandwell. So 33. 3 kicks in a very short period of time. That's sailing 424. Fake the handoff. 8 has got it again. It's going down the sideline. Is number 2. Oh, sorry, not number 8, number 2. And I tell you what, that's a much better return. You've got to be happy with that if you're a fan of the purple and yellow. So Reece Mellings there. We saw Lewis Mellings stop that TD from getting completed by the Sandwell Steelers. And I mean, think about it, on that re-kick, they have gained a lot of, oh gosh, they're going to be starting their second defensive drive of the second half inside a Steelers territory. So what a costly penalty that was for Sandwell. Trips on the right hand side. Alex is going to fake it. He's going to roll out. Try and get it out. Trying to get it out to number 10. I can hear some of the Sandwell coaches calling for intentional grounding, but no, I don't agree with that. I think number 10 was in the vicinity. 2nd and 10 inside of Sandwell territory. Trips right with the tight end this time. On the right for the Revolution. Hand off to number 6. There is some space. And that is going to be a gain of 9 on the play there for the Revolution. Again, anything's more positive than their first drive of the second half. So it's going to be interesting to see what they dial up here. That's Jay Willis. Give him credit for the 9 yards. So a free play here. Doesn't go anywhere. But it seems for the second time today, the Revolution are going to be gifted a first down by way of offside. I thought it was a late flag coming in, but it was just one of the coaches for the Revolution throwing his bright yellow hat. Just waiting for a referee signal here. Oh, we'll get some scores from around the league for you because it's a bit of a lot of late kickoffs today. Lots of 3 p.m.ers. Fresh set of downs. Nice and simple. Revolution looks to be now on the Sandwell 20. Willis still in at QB. Morton in motion. Goes to him. Pops out to Willis. Can have the right hand side, but there's a lot of Steelers on that right hand side. That is going to be a loss of play there. But we do have another flag in. Gonna peer over our refs. So that's going to be a holding penalty on the Revolution. So they're going to lose the yardage that they gained on that penalty from Sandwell, but they are going to have a first down. Oh, they're going to lose it more. So first and 20 now for the Revolution. Trips on the right-hand side. Willis in at back still. So, Alex is going to drop back, fire it over the top. It didn't seem to be any Revolution purple in the area, but a punch away. Going to stop it from going to anyone. 2nd and 20 for the Revolution. Again, I am surprised, Revolution seems to be gelling, but I thought potentially over the half-time break they'd be able to implement it slightly more. So still trips on the right-hand side for the Revolution. And it's going to go to Willis again. The same play that got them their first yardage. He's still on his feet, is Willis. Ball is out, but the whistle was blown before that ball came out. And even 53 there. And Mark Pocock there, even though the whistle was blown, he's happy to celebrate that. So again, a 4 on the play here for the Revolution. It's going to be a third and a long way. We're going to have to see Alex is going to have to connect here if he wants the Revolution to stay within bounds for scoring, as I'm unsure that the Revolution will be able to make a field goal from this distance. But I mean, we don't know. Morton's got a pretty strong leg. Yeah, he's looking over to the left, looking over to the right. This time in the middle. Oh, I think Morton may have that. I think Morton may have that. What are the referee's saying? Yeah, the referee's saying that he's got that, but I don't think that that's going to be enough for a first down. It's not going to be enough for a first down. So, Alex and Morton, a spectacular grab there. And it looks to me like we're going to have now 2 QBs in. So number 14, Dom Sims, does, and fun fact about number 14, he does wear a 3XL jersey. He used to wear an XL when he was playing at Lincoln with me, but now it's 3. Can you believe that? So you've got a bunch on the right-hand side. Timeout called by the Revolution. Yeah, it seems like they were a bit unsure of what they were doing. But I mean, this is a critical moment in this game. Great connection. It can be interesting to see what they can do. But it looks as though Dom Sims was just in for that one play. It didn't quite work for them. Sandwell are going to be right on their toes here. They're going to be hoping. They're going to be thinking, you know what, they're going to try and hard count us again. No. Sandwell are going to be switched on here, but they're also on edge. It wouldn't surprise me if they at least try here to Shropshire Rev. But 4th and 2 after a big completion to Morton. And it looks to be they are on the... Is that the 20? Going to zoom this one out, I think. 4th and 1 for the Revolution. Their best chance since the start of this game. Alex is back in. Yeah, of course they're going to go for the hard count. Sandwell, they're saying nah. High snap. Alex gets it out. Oh, so that's going to be close. It looked like that receiver got one hand on it. Oh, that's going to be close. That's going to be close. Referees are saying that's going to be completed for the Revolution. But a nice quick pass there by Alex to his receiver. And once again, the Revolution, they're in scoring territory. So it's still going to be 1st and 10, but I think it's going to be, I think their gratis space is going to be, I'm going to say, the 3-yard line. So from the 13 now, the Shropshire Revolution got a man in motion, bringing 12 onto the line. And a toss play, but just swallowed up there by the Steelers. So a loss of 1 on the play there for the Revolution. I'd say within field goal range now, but a field goal will not give them the lead. I believe it's Chase Griffith in at running back. Got a man moving to making trips on the left-hand side. Alex is going to look, going to try and take it himself, and just fires a quick one there, but I think there just was a bit too much on that ball for such a short distance. Just fired it into the chest of his receiver, but just bounced straight off. 3rd and 11 for the Revolution. We've seen Alex connect more so than in the second quarter, but I mean, better connections, they mean nothing when you're currently 4 points down. But I mean, Shropshire Revolution, they score a touchdown here. You've got to just give a high five to their defense for being able to stop the Sandwell Steelers. High snap. That's going to be a handoff to 27, but just stopped there. And I mean, now it's time to give props over to the Sandwell Steelers defense for stopping that play from scoring any points there for the Revolution. And now, as I can see, number 14 coming out onto the field. That dictates to me it's going to be a field goal. And we do actually have a Revolution player down. So it's going to be interesting. Again, Sun has tucked itself away. I might try and give you some scores from around the league. If I can find my mobile phone. My mobile. There it is. It's going to roll out. But it looks like when we get back here, we're going to have an attempt for some points via the boot of number 10. Let me climb upon my, there it is. 29 comments. Here we go. Newest. Okay. Titans 24. Newcastle Vikings 0 at the end of Q1. Final score, the Norwich Devils. Oh, sorry. The Norwich Devils fall to the Hughes Valley Eagles again, 18-6. The Knights beat the Cats 35-0. That's pretty decent for Rushmore. The Stallions beat the Sussex Thunder 16-0. Chester Romans beat the Sheffield Giants 31-13. Some under 19s ones. And then it seems to be Karlstad and Bristol. Everyone knows how that one went. Still down there. Oh, Paul's here. Paul, how are you doing? This is a man I played with at Ouse Valley and Nottingham. In fact, he's the reason why I went over to Nottingham for, part of the season. Because he basically said, you live in Coventry, you might as well come. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Didn't take a lot of convincing from Paul, but realistically, I wish I would have joined the Caesars earlier. Had the whole season with the Caesars. Because before we did live streaming. So, and I wasn't doing anything. Because I got some, probably the best coaching I've had at the Caesars. I don't know why I said probably. It was definitely the best coaching, and that's not me. Imagine if I said that to Ouse Valley, and Lincoln, because that was the only two teams I played for at the time. They probably would say the same. So the injured Shropshire Revolution plays walking off the sideline. Let's get rid of it. We're back in now, and it looks like we will be attempting a a field goal from the Revolution here to just make it a single point. Last time they attempted this, for my money, again, I'm not sure what the saying was like inside of the huddle, but it just seems as though no one's ready. It seems as though no one was ready for the Revolution. But we know Morton, number 10, he has got a hell of a boot. Both of these teams, well, Shropshire, they've got a little bit of a break before they take on the Staffordshire Surge, whilst the Sandwell Steelers will be playing. Is it a West Country? I guess it would be a West Country derby, a West Midlands derby? West Midlands derby between them and the Birmingham Bulls. I will say it does look like number 11, Ben Martin. It looks like he's warming up a bit on the sideline for the Revolution. It'll be interesting to see if a decision is made. He's stretching out his hamstring, which, seems to be the issue. Okay. So a field goal try from, I'm going to say, the 17-yard line. Can the Shropshire Rev make it a one-point game? Morton kicks it. And no good. It's still going to be 4 points in it. We're still in Q3 as well. But the Steelers are going to be taking over on their 17. So, we didn't see any of Dodsworth. Number 8, probably their Duracell bunny, and so to speak, over on Sandwell. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can do it again. Sorry, please. My wrist, it just keeps... Oh, gosh, my wrist. What's wrong with me? So, it's empty here for them, but it's going to be 13 on a pop pass to the right-hand side. And again, lots of horizontal running, but a dive forward. I think that's going to be only a gain of 1 there for Sandwell. Paul, how's your season going? Tell me about it. So I'm going to say gain of 3 on that play there. On that pop to 13. I can't find 13, so we're just going to go back into it. So QB's got it, being pursued. Sandwell calling for pass interference. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, for my money, I mean, it's close. It's close, but no cigar for Sandwell. And Daniel Norman, the target there. but a break-up that draws no flags. So 3rd and 6 now for Sandwell. They'll be on their own 21. QB gets it out to 44, and he's going to be blasted out of bounds. But I think they're going to have enough for a first down. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any penalties for a late hit out of bounds. But Sandwell are going to be on the move. I would argue that, I know I do talk about the danger zone. In terms of potentially conceding a safety, I wouldn't say that the 17-yard line really contributes. I'd say 10 and below. 10 and below. So on the 31-yard line of the Steelers, and it's going to go to a back. He's going to try and find some space, but again, just a cavalcade there. Sorry, I need to get better at widen out a bit. Not my best day in terms of camera work, but it's because I can't really see the feed, which is a bit of a shame. But gain of 3 on the play. I do apologise. So 2nd and 7 now. Green is going to just fire one down the right-hand side. 33. Extended just a single hand there, trying to get it in. Unable to find it. So 3rd and 7 now for Sandwell. We've got to assume here that number 8 for Sandwell is... He's just out injured. I mean, but all they've really got to do is hang on. We're still in Q3, and they're still up by 4. Even if they score a field goal here, it still gives the Shropshire Revolution time to draw. So Green is going to try and take himself up the middle, but just swarmed there. Just swarmed there. Green looked to take it himself, but nothing there. There's a little bit of extracurriculars. We just saw a massive flop, and we've got some extracurriculars here. We've got some extracurriculars. I think, to me, for my taste there, it looked like there was a push from a Steelers player, a Shropshire Revolution player fell over, quite over dramatically, and then just some more there. I think Mellings, number 2, he was right in there, but we've got 2 yellow flags on the field, and I mean, including, now got the Sandwell head coach, another coach out there for the Revolution, but I mean, these 2 penalties could be absolutely disgusting for either team. This is going to be right onto the white hat referee here. But I mean, normally when your QB gets sacked like that, there's normally a bit of flare up. But I mean, completely within the bounds of the rules. And all we can do now, ladies and gentlemen, is wait. All we can do now is wait. Dead ball fouls by both teams. Unsportsmanlike for Sandwell. Unsportsmanlike for the Rev. So, penalties offset. We got all of that drama. And no yards. Which is both good and bad. But it looks like there's a bit of confusion here for both teams. The referees are going to have to decide whether it's third or fourth down here, because Shropshire have got their punt unit out. It is fourth down. Okay, so now Sandwell's going to bring their punting unit out as well. So Mulroy 21 and Mellings number 2 back to return here for Shropshire. Kick is away, decent punt. Going to Mellings. Mellings. Sandwell is saying that they've got it. Flag on the play. Mellings is unable to keep control of that ball off the initial contact. He fell forward to grab it, but Sandwell are saying that it's all Steelers. And once again, we've got another special team snafu here. We do have flags on the play here. Sandwell are thinking that it's theirs, but could these potential yellow flags disrupt the happiness of the Steelers? Looks to me like it's going to stand the way of the Revolution. Sorry, the way of the Steelers, sorry. I can only get that because of the defense now coming on for the Revolution. So we had a face mask and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Revolution, and Sandwell have said, wow, that's really cool, we're going to decline. And they're going to take over inside a Revolution territory. Again, seems like the second time we've seen this so far today. Shropshire had a big stop last time, only holding the Sandwell Steelers to a field goal. Realistically, they're going to be looking to do the same here again. Trips on the left-hand side for the Steelers. Hill back in at running back. That is number 1. Mellings in the 1 high safety. It's going to go to Hill straight up the middle. I mean, the Sandwell coaches are exploding with anger here. But again, a 6 from Hill. So now trips on the right-hand side. Mellings back in coverage here. Going to get it out on the screen to 44. But Mellings there, number 2, bringing him down there. With a helper number 13. I'm going to wait to see what the line judge is saying here. It's going to be a gain of just a yard there for the Steelers. 3rd and 3. I'm going to say now for the Steelers. Could the Revolution be on track here to stop the Steelers from touchdown city once again? 13 is now in. 1 is out. So 13 for the Steelers is in now at back. I can't find him quick enough, so we're just going to watch some football. Green's going to drop back here. He's going to roll out to his right-hand side. But unable to find number 33 there. And once again, the Shropshire Revolution defence may have saved them there. And now a field goal here for the Steelers. Or at least field goal formation. We don't know if they're going to be doing anything a little bit tricky here. Be nice. But Smith, number 33. It looks to me like the Steelers are setting up quite quickly here. And it's blocked by the Revolution. I mean, so once again, you've got to now be impressed here with the defense of the Revolution. Obviously, it's not great for them to turn over the ball on special teams in their own half of the field, especially this close to their own end zone, but they've done it twice. And both times, the defense has come up clutch. But this time, even better, allowing the Steelers nil point. We're still in Q3. No, we're not. Just as I say that, we're going to move over to Q4. Still only 4. I mean, Shropshire get a touchdown, they take the lead. Can they get down there again? That is the question. We saw Alex, the backup QB for the Revolution, have a bit better time of connection in that final drive than we have done in the second quarter. Can they keep it going? That is the question. Again, Q4 here, it is nice and cool now in Telford. Less of the water breaks. But I mean, it's still all to play for here. 6-10 is the score. You know, I think that time off that the Shropshire Revolution have between now and their next game with the Staffordshire Surge is going to be absolutely crucial for them going forward into the season for playoff seedings and beyond, as they're going to need number 11 Ben Martin to be able to heal up and come back in. I say this like, well, I would say that Alex has struggled today. They're their backup QB. But obviously something's happened with number 8 Dodsworth. So a toss out to number 6. Taken out there, but I think, again, just based on the angles, I'm going to say that's enough for a first down, I believe. Again, you're going to have to bear with me. I want to say Mills. Willis. Well, if you change the W upside down, it's Mills. Oh, I hate it when I do that. When you see a big run, you think, oh, that's a nice angle. He's definitely got some yards there. No, only 2. Only 2 on that play. So Alex has got it. He's looking out to his left-hand side. Looks to fire a rocket. And number 19 there at the Steelers was there to knock it away. Calls a PI from the purple and yellow side. I don't think it's there. Third and 8 for the Rev. Only a single quarter between them. Sorry, only a single quarter left. You know, only 4 points here between Sandwell's 2-0 undefeated streak being alive. I imagine that's a little bit too close for comfort, but again, 18-0, the last fixture between these two. So Alex drops back, fires it into the middle, looking for 12, but Adam Naylor just did not get his head round quick enough there, and the punting unit now comes on for the Shropshire Revolution. Let's go back to the comments. Has anyone called me anything horrible lately? Let's have a look. You're doing a great job since you're on your own. Oh, thank you, Kane. Oh, I didn't realise I was getting something nice said about me. And thank you, Nash, for being here the whole time as well. So the punt is away. Looks like it's going to the left-hand side. Let me just get my hands down. So it looks like that's just gonna go out of bounds at the Sandwell 29. I think there's like an under-19s game happening after this, because I don't know between who. I think it might be both of these teams' under-19 squad actually. And for anyone interested, Sport Tank does live stream under-19s games, but we do require waivers to be signed. And just for people to be aware. So on the 26-yard line, in fact, for the Steelers. Handoff from to 13. Going straight up. I'm going to say a gain of at least 4 or 5 on that play. I'm going to see if I've got some time to actually have a bit more of a look through the Sandwell roster, because I can't see a number 13 on there. But it is quite difficult to sort. Oh no, I've got there. Hang on. I've got to 13 again. Cutting left this time. Mellings is going to bring him down, but not before the Steelers just get their way to another first down. I will say thank you to Samuel for giving me the roster. I'll have to go through each individual page here. Hopefully this isn't a great play. 13's got it again, going around the outside. He's going to have a decent gain here. Pimfett, number 13. There we go, finally found him. And that's Hayot's Pimpet. I mean, he's coming, he's already got a first down there, but we're going to have an injured Steeler down. I can't see who that is down. It's going to be a. It's not going to be a Steeler down. It's going to be a Revolution player. He's just taken a knee again. As much as I just said, the sun is creeped away here in Telford. It's back out. Disgusting. See, this is what some coaches, I spoke to one of the coaches from Shropshire before the game, and he said there used to be a bit of a rivalry between these two teams, but there's so much crossover now between the Rev and the Steelers that you've got, you know, Sandwell players carrying off Revolution players. It's nice to see. Nice to see a bit of unity in Britball. We're all so divided. Just trying to make the sport grow. Or at least that'd be nice. That'd be nice. I think I'm trying to make the sport grow. I'm trying to make the sport grow. I think I'm doing an okay job. Me personally, that is, for people watching. So trips right on the short side. I need to move all my papers out of the way. There we go. Straight up the middle this time, from Green, the QB himself. And he just bumps into a Shropshire defender. He's going to have a decent enough gain. No, only going to be a gain of... No, it's only going to be a gain of 2. So 3rd and 6 now for the Steelers. I mean, at this point here, at this point here, Sandwell are just trying to run out this clock. I think they don't believe that Shropshire can score a touchdown within the time frame, which is bold. I mean, I wouldn't. So I mean, applause from the Shropshire Revolution there. Sandwell jump in there. Much to Shropshire's delight, as the Steelers were trying to only get a 3rd and 1. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 3rd and 11. There seems to be some confusion here from the Steelers. Now 12 is going to take it himself, and he's just going to slide. Very strange play call in there from the Steelers, and I think given the annoyance coming from the sideline of the Steelers, I don't think that was how that play was supposed to go. Aidan Lawler as acting as QB there. Didn't resulted in a loss of 4 for Sandwell. 33 is going to look to kick it away. Good kick. And that takes a brilliant Sandwell bounce, and now the Shropshire Revolution, they're going to be backed up. Okay, it's going to be interesting to see here, because as it stands right now, still the top 2 teams for the minute in the NFC 1 Midlands are the Northants Knights and the Sandwell Steelers. So just a quick screen pass out there to Morton. He's able to one-hand it and get the sticks going. Yeah, he's going to have a first down there. It wasn't quite, looked like it was just potential for a 9, but no. Going to have the full 10. A touchdown for the Rev is going to give him the lead. Hand off there. And there's a lot of space there. Oh my Lord, could this be? Could this be? And it's a touchdown for the Revolution. Water's being thrown. And yeah, and the referees are saying that's a touchdown. And for the first time in this game, the Revolution have the lead. 12-10 here, it's Q4. I mean, just like that, it's just as that, it turns around. The run game wasn't, you've got to give Dodsworth the credit here for the run game for today for Sandwell, but the O-line just opening up a hole. That was number 29. I'm gonna. And Ethan Campbell being the one to put the Rev in front. And now this game is now completely different. Kick is up. Yeah, so kick is good. The first completion for the Revolution today. And again, this game's completely on its head now in the fourth quarter. You know, this was all Sandwell. All Sandwell. But right now, it's Q4 and the Steelers. The Steelers are behind. Huh? Steelers are behind. The undefeated streak of the Steelers is now in jeopardy. It begs the question, how long is left in this game? I would shout at that referee and ask him, but it's quite rude. If he comes nearer to me. Sorry, sir, how long's left? Awesome, thank you. So 7:45 remaining in this game. And I mean, Sandwell, obviously, field goal will bring it to a 13-13. But they need a touchdown. And to be fair, the Shropshire Revolution defence, the second that the Steelers offence gets into potential scoring territory, that's when they start to shine here. And the suns come back out. Are the Revolution solar powered? And more conspiracies. So Morton to kick it away. Good high tip there. Still on his feet. I feel like the Revolution could have shut him down there. Just a few yards short of that, but nah. I want to see what the comments are saying about this. What are comments saying about this? This is mad. Sorry, there was a spider on my equipment. So Green still at QB, Pinfett now in at running back. Pinfett has been pretty decent here and being able to storm through yardage, but no. Goes out to Pinfett. Oh, dodges past one, and then he turns the burners on, and even after a huge gain there, the Revolution are going to bring him down, but not ideal, but we have got a Steeler down there, and I think that may in fact be number 13. And that's a huge loss for the Steelers, if it is. I'm trying to see for you. In fact, now let's go to some scores around the league here, because I'm sure. Again, we've got 7 minutes to go, and it's all to play for. Just give me 1 second. Gosh, my mouth is dry. Okay. We have got some more. So the Titans currently beating the Newcastle Vikings 38-0. Going into half-time, the Swindon Storm beat the Hereford Stampede 19-14. I mean, Swindon here beating Hereford and beating the Vanguard. I tell you what, It's wounded to store where they come up. Now, okay. This is going to be. This is now a scoreline that very much affects this game and this division, because the Surge have beaten the Northants Knights 21-12, and if the scoreline stands here, the Revolution could end up beating the Steelers, and then, I mean, if that happens, no one knows what's happening in the NFC 1 Midlands. So yeah, that is number 13, Pinfet, who's being carried off. Stallions beat the Thunder 60-0. Surge 21, Northants 12. Take a sip of water. Okay, and if I had some water, I would do that, but I don't have any left. I can't go over to the Sandwell sideline and get some, unfortunately. I don't get an assistant. I wish I had an assistant. It would make my life so much easier. So 1st and 10 here. Straight up the middle there, but this time the Revolution, they lock it up. So only going to be a gain of 2 on the play there from the Steelers. I mean, they're aware that, you know, time is ticking out now. Before that touchdown, time was their friend. Now, no. Now it's their enemy. So, simple spread here for the Steelers. Hand off to Hill. And the Revolution just stop Hill in his tracks. But still a pretty successful gain there. Sorry about that. He's going to have a gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 5 now for the Steelers. Be interesting to see if they don't get this, what they do. But I mean, that's if ands and buts, ladies and gentlemen. If ands and buts. Trips on the right hand side for the Steelers. Ball is on the ground. Now Green's on his knee, so that is just going to count. So that is going to wipe away, I think, all of their yardage. It certainly is all going to wipe away their yardage, and then one more. 4th and 1. 4th and 11. My apologies. And given that 33, which I believe is Smith, is coming out, they're going to be punting this away. I mean, given the disasters that the Shropshire Revolution have faced on punts today, not the worst in the world. Heading to Mellings. Because of the angle, I think that might actually be down at the 1 yard line, ladies and gentlemen. I was unsure if that went for a touchback, but from what I saw, the referee pointed. Oh my God, that's right, the 1. What a punt there from Smith. This could be a game changer. This could be a game changing punt here from Smith, because they are down at the 1. Now this is the safety danger zone, ladies and gentlemen. You know, the Revolution are really, really going to need to. I mean, let's be honest. The Steelers are going to bring the house here, and rightfully so. Who's going to be the back? I'm not sure if I can see from here. If only I had a thing that I could zoom in on. So up the middle. It's not going to be much. So it's going to be Willis, number 6. in a running back. They're going to have nothing on that first play out of the back of their own end zone. Trips on the right hand side for him. Alex is looking. He's going to fire it deep, and that is picked off. I can't find my camera. Sorry. Flag on the play. Multiple flags on the play. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see much of that at all. 3rd and 1. Sorry. Interception from the 1. And Jake Hill, who has been serving as running back, after that big interception, he could be the hero of the day if this is some points for the Sandwell Steelers. But there's some yellow flags are flying. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting lost in the sun, unfortunately. So it's definitely going to be, well, we don't know. I believe they were both after the interception, so it's still going to be Steelers ball. Truthfully, I don't hate this, ladies and gentlemen, because it didn't seem like this Revolution were going to be able to get out of their own end zone. And we've seen just how good the Shropshire Revolution defence are when they're in a situation like this. Obviously, it would have been a lot different if there wasn't an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Steelers to put them back even further. But Hill, the man who caught the interception, is now going to get the handoff. He's going to run through the middle, but the Revolution are going to lock him up. But Hill's going to have a decent gain there. Decent gain there from Jake Hill. He's going to have a gain of 7. Again, we've seen these situations before where the Revolution defense have had to lock in. And I mean, this is lock-in central here. But Sandwell trips on the left-hand side. Hill just moves over, hand off to Hill, running to the left-hand side, and he just collides with some purple jerseys, and they bring him down. But even still, that's just going to be a gain of 1 from Hill. 3rd and 2 for the Steelers. Field goal in the back pocket. Here's some Revolution players saying, watch for the hard counter. I mean, this would be the place to use it. $14 in motion for the Steelers. Bit of a low snap. Hand off to Hill again. 19 has got him from the Revolution and brings him down. Again, given where the line judge on our opposite sideline is standing, I don't think that's going to be enough for a first down for the Steelers, but it's going to be close. So now I can definitely hear the Sandwell Steelers calling for the field goal. And I mean, they've got to have a lot of faith in Smith, their kicker. But also, it's a 4th and 1 here, so if you're a fake field goal enthusiast, I mean, tune in. Oh, that's my Megan. I mean, this is pretty long for a brick ball field goal. I mean, if he drills this, I would be impressed. So to tie the game in the 4th quarter, Simon Bennett with the long snap. He's got it. Smith has it down. Kick is up. No way. That is impressive. For brick ball, ladies and gentlemen, that's impressive. That is very, very impressive from Adam Smith. So, fourth quarter, I'd say maybe potentially 3 minutes, 3:50 at the very most remaining in this game, and it's all tied up. Interesting. How long's left approximately? I'd say Robert at the maximum 3:50 at the maximum. I mean, both teams have had a big breakaway in terms of their scoring. So Smith kicks it away again. That looks like it's going to sail out of bounds for a touchback. I mean, on the money, he hits a random sign over there. So serious leg, getting out of serious leg. I know, that was incredible, wasn't it? And we're tied. We're all tied up here. We are all tied up here. I mean, it felt like Shropshire's big touchdown from Campbell. I mean, it seems to just sort of come out of nowhere. They're going to need something like that again, but I feel like the most important part right now for both teams is when they've got the ball, just getting into field goal range. Because again, right now it's all to play for. So Alex is in at quarterback for the Rev. Handoff up the middle. Looks to me to be no gain on that play. Okay. So, in fact, Robert, I was lying to you. Because that's the 2-minute warning. So we are 2 minutes away here from a draw. And to be fair, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we've had a draw yet this year in Brit Ball. So we could be on track for our first draw of the season. Obviously no one wants that, but Shropshire have got the ball. Gain of 1 on that run play up the middle. We do know that the Staffordshire Surge did beat the Northants Knights in a bit of a shock for the NFC 1 Midlands. I'm sure there'll be some Staffordshire Surge players that are tuning in at some point for this game. So congratulations. So currently, do they not get to go to OT? No, not in Brit Ball. We used to go to OT, but no, not anymore. Not anymore. So Alex is going to roll out the pocket. Fire it. Couldn't find Morton number 10. No, I think it was when I was still at university they changed it. Because we had one game that went to OT the year prior, and then one game that didn't the year after. So as it stands right now, we're less than 2 minutes in this game. The Sandwell Steelers, he does need to lock in. The Sandwell Steelers are the only undefeated team left in the NFC 1 Midlands. But a 3rd and 1 here, and I mean the last thing the Shropshire Revolution want to do is give this ball back to the Sandwell Steelers. So it's going to be a run play, and just floored there, and it's going to be maybe a gain of 2 there, bringing up a 4th and 8. And the Steelers, rightfully so, taking their time out here, want to preserve enough clock. And I mean, yeah, rule changes since I played. Oh yeah, 2009. I remember having OT as well. OT, we did have one game go to OT. It was Essex, Colchester, I think, last year. That was because it was a playoff game. So, I mean, we've seen the leg of number 33, Adam Smith, already to tie this game up. And I mean, that's some decent yardage for a brick ball kicker. But potentially here, that could spell doom here for the Shropshire Revolution. But it seems as though the Revolution, they have managed to switch on in these scoring scenarios here. So it's difficult to say. Robert, did you play for the Rev? So here we go. Morton needs to pin this one deep. Ball is away. And number 20 has got it. He catches it nice and flush. He's going to have some space. And I feel like that was a bit more yardage than the Revolution could afford to give up here. But I do have a feeling that this is going to come down to the boot of 33, if the Sandwell Steelers can help it. I mean, obviously neither of these teams want a draw, but they'll take it. What's people's opinions? 9 seasons and 1 for the Bulls. Oh, interesting. Okay, what are people's thoughts? If you draw a game, are you still undefeated? So, Jake Hill back in at running back. So Green going to fire one out wide. He's got him. Going to be some gain on the play. Potentially enough for a first down. Depends where his body landed there. Tries to get out of bounds. So, Sandwell, draw means no loss. Well, then as it stands right now, you know, they'll continue to be the only undefeated team in the NFC 1 Midlands. But it looks like unable to get out of bounds there. But it's going to be a gain of 8. So Green fires it over the top. Unable to find Smith. 3rd and 2. One minute 12 remaining. So, I mean, Samuel obviously would like a first down. I'd like to continue to have control of the clock in their favour. Hill still running back for the Steelers. And it's going to go to Hill. But he is swarmed immediately there by number 14. No, not number 14. Of the Revolution. But just swallowed him up there. I believe it was number 19 of the Revolution. And it looks as though, if I can hear properly, which I think I can, the Steelers are going to be bringing on their punting unit. I believe that was Andy Bathrow who stopped that critical run play from Hill. So I imagine there's probably about one. That was called a timeout. So I think the Revolution are going to have probably about 40 to 50 seconds when they get the ball back. So could we see a screamer here in Shropshire? Kick is away, almost blocked. And that's going to take a nice Sandwell bounce out of bounds. So there is not long left in this game, and it's all squared away. 13-13. I'd say less than a minute remains. Can the Shropshire, can the Revolution pull off a big upset? I don't mean in terms of the whole game. I just mean in terms of seconds to go. QB's looking for something deep here. And number 12 has got it in his hands. And he's going to go out of bounds as well. Ooh, tricky stuff. Alex looking once again for his man down the left-hand side. And that was close there to an interception and giving the Steelers a bit more time. But ball hits the ground, so the clock will stop. The green favouring the right-hand side of the field there. Could we be setting something up for something a little bit different? Or who knows? Who's to say? Offense having a long old chat. Trips on the left-hand side. And of course that's where Alex is looking. He's looking for 12, flag on the play. He almost got it, but there's a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Holding penalty could be disastrous here for Shropshire. I mean, for my money, it looks like it is already. Yeah, and it certainly is. So a 2nd and 20 here for the Revolution. So I believe it's 39 seconds remain in this game. Green drops back, looking over to his trip side, finds his man, but just wrapping him up. So a timeout called by Shropshire. They've still got some faith, which is nice to see. But I mean, even with a draw here, I feel like it does still shake up the NFC 1 Midlands with the Staffordshire Surge's loss. Sorry, the Northants Knights a loss to the Staffordshire Surge. So, and these guys are all unaware of that. But I again, just give me an absolute screamer here from either squad. Give me like a pick six, or give me an absolute howler, just something. Something to make me scream. Simple as that. I mean, both of these teams, I imagine they're just going to be sitting here with just pure hope in their heart that they can get something going here. With 39 seconds remain. So trips on our sideline. So Green drops back, scrambles out. He is being pursued. And just throwing that out to his sideline. 4th and 11. Yeah, so I was about to say, it seems like they put themselves in a bit of a tricky situation there. Because if that wasn't incompletion, they're not going to force the Steelers to burn one of their timeouts. So if Morton can pin them deep here, it looks like this one will be going into the history books as a draw. 20 back to return. Morton pins this back deep. It'll be hard pressed for the Steelers to keep it going and also get in the position needed to get a field goal. What's going on here? So, seems as though they're thinking of something there because the Shropshire Revolution are going to use their final timeout of the half. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. Just making sure that we get the end of this game. Because that worried me for a second there. So we're still back in here. 13-13. Kick is away. And no return there for Sandwell. Know what they want. So all or nothing here for the Steelers. We could have seen something absolutely hectic here from number 16. And of course it's empty set. That's faith in the O-line. They've not got a pass protector in. Green drops back, being pursued. Takes it, fires it. And that was certainly close. I mean, I imagine there was a few purple jerseys on the sideline there who had, a bit of a squeaky bum time. 2nd and 10. Sandwell still got a chance. I believe it's 15 seconds. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Was that? It was not short anyway. So now having a pass protector in. No, 5's going to go out to the outside. Quads on the right-hand side. Green is just going to fire it for 20. At 20, he's still going to have his hands on it. And I mean, that was big there. 20 managing to keep that ball in his hands there. That is the definition of staying locked in. And the Sandwell Steelers, they're not going quick enough here for the coach's liking. And to be fair, I do have to agree. And that's the end of the game. That is the end of the game here. And you see no cheering from either sideline here, as this game finishes 13-13. And, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I've done this for a fair few years. This is the first ever draw. This is the first ever draw that I have ever done. Bound to happen. Personally, I think this game would have been a lot different if 11 for the Rev was still in. But I'd say you can pound this draw with the Northants Knights loss to the Staffordshire Surge. I think the NFC 1 Midlands went from being a pretty clear picture to being one caked in mystery. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Scoreline here today, 13-13. I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been with me for this journey in British American football, and I suppose European American football as well. Yeah, it's been good. Had some interesting times. Had some interesting times, you know, starting in 2020, and you know, we're here in 2025. Yeah. So normally this is when I turn around and say, you'll see me next week. You won't. So the scoreline, May 8th. Is that right? Is it? May 11th, sorry. Shropshire Revolution 13. Sandwell Steelers 13. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you around.